What's up, guys? Bryan Lebo here with your Las Vegas market update video for September 2019. Today, we're going to cover the typical market analytics before discussing a really good article that just came out this week regarding the price gap between new homes and resale homes. It's been a few years since I actually covered this topic, so I just thought it would be a really good time to revisit. Okay, let's get to it. First up is last month's sales. We sold 2,926 homes in August. Remarkably, this was almost completely identical to last year, when we sold only 5 less homes. So, fair to say, sales were as flat as possible. Considering last month, we were down 3% and down a surprising 14% in June, suddenly flat sales don't look too bad, huh? Next is everyone's favorite metric, median home prices. On the screen now, you can see that last month, the median home price in Las Vegas slightly increased to $305,000. This is up 3.4% from the same time last year. Taking this a little bit further, we ended the year with a median price of about $290,000. So at this point, if median home prices don't go up any more for the rest of the year, we'd end this year with exactly a 5% increase, which is ironically 100% what I kind of predicted going into this year. Considering the median price dropped $5,000 from August to December of last year, we'll see if we can hold on to this 5% increase or if we give some of it back during this holiday season. All right, now let's check in on the inventory levels. Now, if you recall, this same time last year, we were all starting to really worry about inventory because every week for literally 26 weeks in a row, our inventory increased. Well, since the end of June, that trend has swung the other direction. As of the filming of this video, we've seen inventory drop 8 straight weeks in a row. In total, it's a net loss of only 400 homes. So nothing to be majorly concerned about, but the fear of swelling inventory and, the collapse in the market, it certainly doesn't seem imminent at any point in time right now. Okay, last but not least, let's break down our inventory. As you can see on the screen, 1% of our market are now short sales, 1.3% are foreclosures, and that leaves 97.7% as normal or traditional sales. Now, compared to last year, the numbers are all but identical. Normal or traditional sales are up 1/10 of a point. So again, it's like I've been saying for a while now. Still no shadow inventory of foreclosures on the market or even on the horizon right now. Now let's have a little fun and talk about new homes. A really great article in the LVRJ this week discussed the price gap between new and resale homes reaching $100,000. As I mentioned at the top of the video, I actually made this video almost exactly 4 years ago today. I'll be sure to post a link to that video as well as the article in the description below. Anyhow, as I stated 4 years ago, it seemed as though based on historical data that while new homes were actually overpriced, resale homes were actually drastically underpriced. This article had some interesting takes. First though, let's take a look at this graph. This picture illustrates the huge delta between new and resale homes. Historically, there was never much of a difference between new and resale homes. You can see that in 2004, there was absolutely no difference between the two. While it spiked in 2006, by 2008, it was almost identical again. But then a strange thing happens. As the market completely started to bottom out in 2009 through 2012, the gap between pricing became historically absurd. The issue was actually this. From a resale standpoint, prices depressed so ridiculously low that you could buy homes for less than what the raw dirt underneath the home was. Remember, you could buy homes all day long back then for $30,000 and $40,000. At a certain point, you just had to simply laugh and go, these prices just don't even make any sense anymore. For the home builders that managed to survive the recession, it was literally impossible for them to build affordable homes since it would cost more for them to build a house than they could actually turn around and sell them for. Instead, home builders started gravitating towards larger homes in affluent areas where the profit margins were much higher. So, on one hand, yes, I believe and have said on numerous occasions, many of these new homes are grossly overpriced and fundamentally they just don't make much sense and have very little ability to appreciate from here on out. On the other hand, because smaller and more affordable homes were no longer even being produced, by nature, the median price of new homes just had to go up. I mean, if all you're building are larger and more expensive homes, of course, the median price is going to look like it's higher. Now, unfortunately, it's been a decade since this gap started, and that delta between the two hasn't become anywhere near close to narrowing. Now, while new homes are great and all, you have to realize that energy efficiency and building technology just really hasn't come justifiably farther over the span of the last, say, 15 years. Certainly not enough to justify the price structure here. Not to mention, new homes also mean no backyards, window treatments, etc., etc. So after you add that pool and landscaping, you just added $60,000 to $100,000 to that price tag, which only further pushes that gap farther apart. My fear for new home buyers is what happens down the road. New homes command a higher value because, well, they're new and therefore more desirable. But let's see what happens over the span of, say, 10 to 15 years from now. In 15 years from now, that new home, well, it needs remodeling just like that home that's 25 or 30 years old. So if both homes need remodeling, would you really pay, say, $300,000 more for the same exact home around the corner? In some cases, the new designs, they're actually worse, since sometimes you have a tandem 3-car garage and narrower floor plans, versus homes built in the early 2000s would have real 3-car garages and wide footprints. So only time will tell, but judging by the prices of some of these homes, especially in parts of Summerlin and in Green Valley, I'm not going to be surprised to see some of these home buyers legitimately lose upwards of $500,000 in a few years. Seriously, if and when the market stagnates, okay? When you're selling 3,500 square foot homes that aren't in a country club, aren't even in a gated community, and you're selling them for upwards of $2 million on like 10,000 square foot lots, I don't know. Seriously, how much more can that house possibly go up from here? When you can buy homes the exact same size in guard-gated Red Rock Country Club and on the golf course, and then pay $500,000 less for that same house, something is sincerely wrong here. Again, I'm not saying every new home is an albatross, but just remember, new homes have shot well past pre-recession levels. Meanwhile, resale homes are still $13,000 below pre-recession levels. Eventually, that gap needs to shrink, and either we'll see a surge in resale home values, and or new homes are gonna meet some serious roadblocks here. Okay, let's just wrap this up real quick. Sales are flat, median home prices just eked out a little increase, inventory is decreasing a bit, and traditional sales absolutely just dominate our market now. Summer is officially over, and for sellers out there, you're getting to do or die time. You literally got about 2 months before the holidays are in full effect, and family-size homes tend to take it on the chin pretty badly. So if you're looking to sell your home, you should have sold it yesterday. I'm kidding, but seriously, now is not the time to overprice your home. Price it right and get it sold quickly. If you don't manage to get it sold in the next month or so, you're likely to be stuck until the market thaws out in March. Now, if you're looking to buy, well, the deals are coming in a few months. For those motivated and desperate sellers who realize too late that they either now have to wait 4 more months or dump it now. On the other hand, new inventory tends to also slow down until after the beginning of the year. So if you don't really see anything out there that you like, honestly, don't expect to see a ton of activity until next year. All right, that's it for this month, guys. Have a wonderful rest of September. Enjoy the beautiful weather, and I'll see you guys all next month.